do know the bottom dollar.
Yeah, what's that so we're not wasting time?
At least 40.
That's kind of where I was at.
Welcome back to this special video series. This is video 4, where I'm gonna get on the phones and show you how to make offers on distressed real estate properties using real case studies. And on this video, you get to look over my shoulder and watch the seller accept my low offer on a property in the St. Louis market. Now you'll see firsthand how I build rapport, justify my position, posture my low offer, and in this case, get the seller to accept my offer. All of that and more coming up.
For a limited time, you can get a free copy of Jerry Norton's Data Cruncher software, which finds cheap houses in your area. Get it now at mydatacruncher.com.
If you're new here to this channel, I'm Jerry Norton with flippingmastery.com, and this channel is all about ways to help you make money wholesaling and flipping real estate so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss new videos. Just like with the other videos in this special video series, while at a 2-day in-person small group private training with my elite mentoring and partner students, where I teach my proprietary system for doing 3 to 5 deals a month consistently in the next 30, 60, 90 days, we did one of my favorite things, which was to get on the phones live and using a real deal model my 3-step process for how to make offers. Now, if you'd like to learn more about my mentor and partner program, just go to fasttrackwithjerry.com to register for a free training to learn more. And just like with other videos in this series, on this video, I'm gonna break down the call so that you can see it in action. By the way, if you'd like to see the other live calls I did in this video series, I'll put the link to that playlist in the description box below and you can watch it later. The key to success when getting on the phones is to learn how to make the conversation feel natural so that the agent or the seller feels comfortable with you. And if you learn and follow my 3-step process, you will have great success. The deal we're gonna break down on this video is an on-market property with a private seller in a low-income area in the St. Louis market. And this was a brand new listing that just came out for sale that we found using my free MLS Finder software tool. Now this software tool is really cool because it finds on-market properties that are listed for sale below market value. Now if you'd like an unrestricted free login, just go to mydatacruncher.com. So this software found this deal for us and we immediately called the agent, and we'll cut to that call in a minute. And on this video, I'm gonna teach you my 3-step process for making offers. Step 1 is to build a relationship of trust. Now there really isn't a right or wrong way to do this. You can do it by showing interest, asking questions, and ultimately getting the agent or seller to talk. Now, some sellers or agents are open and they're eager to share information, and others are more reserved. So your first objective is to get the seller or agent to lower their guard, and the more they like you and trust you, the more they will open up to you. So let's cut to the call now, and I want you to pay special attention to how I do this step. You'll notice that I don't say anything about my offer price yet, because I first want the agent to feel comfortable with me. Take a look.
Calling about one of your listings. Do you have a minute?
Yeah.
It's your new listing on Oak. Yeah, what can you tell me about that?
Property's in pretty good shape. Like, it's definitely move-in ready, but it just needs a new water heater. The one that they have is leaking. It's got a pretty good sized little yard in the back, and then there's also a shed. It comes with a shed.
No garage?
No. The heating and cooling is all baseboard. She's asking $55,000, but she's willing to negotiate. She needs to sell this particular house, pay off some debt, and then use whatever's left over to buy her next property.
Okay.
She's wanting to be able to do that within the next 30 days so that she doesn't have to go through all of her loans.
Oh, because she's already pre-qualified?
Yeah, she doesn't want to have to deal with all that again.
Okay. And why is she moving? What's the motivation?
She wants land. She doesn't have any land.
Okay, so she just wants out of this thing, not have to do anything to it, and get into a new place.
Yeah.
Okay, so notice that I got the agent talking and I asked about the property and what was going on with the seller and why she was selling her home. Now, not only did this help the agent open up, but it also gave me some insight into what was going on with the deal and that she was selling it as is. Now, notice he said she's asking $55,000, but she's willing to negotiate. Now, in other words, come down on price. Now, prior to calling, I had looked through some pictures that were posted on Zillow, and I looked at some comps, and I determined that the best strategy in this market for this deal was to do a really light rehab and only spend approximately $5,000 on this little house, and then quickly flip it for approximately $75,000, and then I'd make about $20,000. So going into the call, I already knew where I needed to be on my offer, but I didn't want to just skip right to making the offer. I first need to posture or position my offer, which leads to step 2, which is what I call resetting expectations. This usually means that I want to build a case with the agent or the seller as to why I'm making a low offer. The more logical you can position your low offer, the more likely the seller will come your way. Most investors and flippers skip this step and they just get right to their offer, which ends up offending the agent or seller. This step is especially critical if your offer is really low in comparison to the seller's asking price, which is really common. In this case, the seller just listed the property for $55,000 and my desired buy price is approximately $40,000, which I haven't told the agent yet. In this case, since I'm dealing with the listing agent representing the seller, I want to leverage his knowledge of the market, which will continue to build a relationship of trust and help him agree with me on the numbers. So on this next part, I want you to watch as I ask him 3 important questions. Has there been any interest on the property? What do you think needs fixed up? And what do you think this house will resell for? Take a listen.
So I'm an investor, and so I'm looking at this more as an investment opportunity. I'd like to go ahead and get an offer in. Have you had any interest yet? I know it's brand new.
Yeah, we have. I mean, there's a lot of interest. No one's made an offer yet.
Okay.
But,
I mean, I am cash. I can close quickly and all of that. I mean, I do need to be a little lower than where they're at. If I were to try to fix it up and flip it, what would I need? What do you think I'd need to spend on it to get it back to market condition?
It's not too bad on the inside. I mean, you could probably dress up the house a little bit better. Maybe some paint and paint the cabinets, or you could probably update the bathroom. I mean, if I was gonna go in there and I was gonna try to do what you're doing,
yeah,
I would definitely redo that bathroom. It's just not modern.
I mean,
in my opinion, if you replace the water heater and fix the redid the electric, just how the main service cables come into the home, you could sell it. Bam, you could turn it right back over.
For what price do you think?
You could probably get away with less than $10,000 in that place, and probably sell it for around $85,000.
Okay. I'm thinking that the market probably could support, maybe $75,000, $80,000 on a resale if I just cleaned it up a bit. I mean, still went in and did some rehab, but not.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's what I would be thinking, somewhere around 80, 90.
So notice how I said I'd like to make an offer, and then I prepped him for a low offer by saying I need to be a little lower than where they're at. But I still didn't make the offer. Instead, I asked his opinion about what to do and how much it would resell for. Now, this was very interesting because he thought if I spend $10,000, I could get maybe $85,000, which is almost the same as spending $5,000 and getting $75,000 for it. Now, again, up until this point, I have not made my offer yet. I've just been building rapport and setting up for my low offer. Now, this next part is crucial to win this agent over. Listen to what I say.
Do you guys have an offer that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm just trying. Yeah, and by the way, I'm not represented, so I'd let you submit the offer for me, so you could represent me as a buyer's agent and get both sides of the commission. Is that something you can do?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we would do that.
Whoa, what just happened in 15 seconds? He point blank asked me what my offer was, but instead of answering, I offered for him to represent me on the offer as my buyer's agent. That means he'll get 3% for representing the seller on the listing, and if my offer is accepted, he'll also get another 3% as the buyer's agent. This is called dual agency, and in case you're wondering, the seller pays the full 6% commission, so it doesn't cost me anything. Now, going directly to the listing agent unrepresented and letting him represent me as the buyer's agent on his listing so that he'll make 6% instead of just 3% is what I call my double dip strategy. And since he'll make essentially double the commission, he's extremely motivated to work with me. Now, to learn this strategy in greater detail, I'll put a link to a video in the description where I break it down. So now I've built a relationship, I've set expectations about the value, and I've positioned myself, and I got the agent excited to go to bat for me since I'm double dipping with him. So now it's finally time for step number 3, which is to make the offer with confidence for $40,000. But before I could even make my offer, something unexpected happened. Check it out.
So I want to put an offer in, and I'd like to get it in already before you get any other offers in. See if we can get something done.
Well,
but
I do know the bottom dollar because she does need her to get to her next place. So I mean, as long as
what's that? So we're not wasting time. Like, where do I need to be to make it work?
at least 40.
That's kind of where I was at. I was gonna say right around 40 on an offer.
Okay.
Well, let's do that. Can you write up an offer for 40,000, all cash?
Yeah, we'll do that right now.
Okay. How quick do you think she'll answer?
I can call her right now. I was gonna call her as soon as I hang up and just let her know.
Yeah, why don't you call her, tell her, because then we can just get it in writing. Then we don't have to mess around with a back and forth thing.
All right, sounds good. Let me call her and then I'll get back to you guys.
Awesome.
All right, bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Wow, so I was about to make my offer and he basically cut me off and said, well, I know the seller's bottom line. And when he said that, I completely switched gears and I point blank asked him, what's the seller's bottom line? And what do you know? He said $40,000. Now think about this. The list price is $55,000 and the agent just revealed the seller will take $40,000, which is exactly the price I need to get this deal for. And I'm telling you, stick with me and you'll do more deals. So we agreed that the agent would call the seller right then and make a verbal offer before putting it in writing. And literally 5 minutes later, he calls back. Take a listen.
Hello, this is Jerry.
Hey, she accepted. She said that you guys are good, so.
Okay, awesome. We'll get you over all the terms to put in the offer, and then you can write that up, send it back, we'll sign it, and get it over to her.
All right, sounds good.
Awesome, man. Good job. Thanks.
Thank you.
Talk
Bye.
to you soon. Want to do a deal?
100%.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the seller accepted my $40,000 verbal offer, and that's how it's done. Now, if you think this conversation worked out brilliantly, like this video and leave a comment and congratulate me for getting this deal accepted on the phone in minutes. Now, honestly, I wish they all went like this, but if you get on the phones, follow my 3-step offer process, and the more you do it, the better you'll get and the more offers you'll get accepted. Now, following this call, I sent an email to the agent with all of the terms of the offer so that he could fill out the contract using his state-approved forms. And then he emailed the contract to me for digital signatures. And within the hour, we had a fully executed contract with the seller. Now, to learn exactly what I require the agent to include in the contract, I did a video where I break it down on a real live deal, so I'll put a link to that video in the description and you can watch it later. Now, I'm glad you made it this far in the video because I want to share with you a bonus tip when working with agents and making offers on deals. I always ask agents if they have any other listings or know about any other deals that I may be interested in. Take a listen.
Do you get very many properties like this, distressed like this, or discount?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
I got another one that's in a lot worse shape. You guys might want to at least take a look at it. It's kind of on that side of town.
We'll take a look at it.
I mean, this one's real deal. I think she wants 30.
So when I asked him, he just so happened to have a pocket listing, or in other words, a property that he had not yet listed for sale. When you double dip and ask, it almost happens every time where agents know about other deals. Now, I hope you found value in this live case study video. Remember the 3 steps. Step 1, build a relationship of trust. Step 2, reset expectations. And step 3, make the offer with confidence. Now, I'll continue to create videos where I get on the phones and I make offers like this, and I'll put all of those videos in this playlist, and I'll put the link to that playlist in the description box below for you. And again, if you'd like to learn how you can mentor and partner with me on deals, go to fasttrackwithjerry.com and register for free training. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel with hundreds of videos and new videos released every single week. This is the fastest growing channel on YouTube for all things wholesaling and flipping. And don't forget, it's not about the money, it's about having the time and freedom to have, be, do, and give everything God has in store for you. That's what it's really all about, and I'll see you on the next video.